What's up, boys? So, I'm glad to be able to finally make another one of these videos for you guys. I want to tell you a little bit about what just happened recently because I'd say that it's pretty inconvenience that happened, but it's also a good lesson in my life and something that I've learned from last week. I had a flood here. So this whole room was flooded like to like the bed like bed height, should I say, something like that. And so yeah, obviously I had my computer on the ground and everything, my electronics were gone. My whole fucking floor was flooded, with water. I had to move out. I couldn't live here for about a week. So I moved back to my parents' house. But the thing is, when that flood happened, is you learn how important are your neighbors, but also you learn that most people care about themselves, which is absolutely okay, bro. Look, I didn't go to help my neighbors. I only helped myself and my parents, and the neighbors did for themselves, which is absolutely fine. The main thing that I would learn is you have to be prepared for these situations. Like, look, I was not prepared for this. I did not have my backpack prepared. I knew that there was a flood coming like a day early. I heard that there could be a flood here. I was like, nah. So I still woke up in the morning. I prepared my coffee. I had another one of these. Give me a second. I had another one of these lists with tasks. It's on the other side, but I don't want to show you my daily tasks. Then again, or actually, you know what? Yeah, sure, go ahead. So I had another one of these lists with tasks that I had to do. That was in the morning. I ticked two of them off out of like seven tasks that I had there. And I went to the shower, take another cold shower because I just went home from a run. And the shower. And dad just knocked on my door and told me that there's a flood in the gardens coming into the house, so get back. I was like, oh shit. So I jumped out of the shower, didn't even get dried with a towel, went to my room to get changed, and just put some shit in the bag, some shoes, some clothing, and I already see water coming into the house. I'm like, oh my fucking god! And I had my dog in my house, obviously too. So that was the situation. So I called my brother to come pick up his dog. In the meanwhile, we had like big sacks with sand, like 25-30 kilo sacks, like heavy ones. Me going to the gym, I was like, yeah, I can carry them. Yeah, well, we had to carry a lot of them and put them in front of the door so that the water doesn't really go through sand. The sand kind of soaks in the water, which was good. Obviously, some firefighters came to help. They weren't of much help. They spent like 5 minutes there and then they went away. I don't know. They didn't know what to do, I guess. So yeah, then I lived for the past about 6 or 7 days. I lived at my parents' house. I slept on the couch on their house. Yesterday was actually the day that I finally moved back here, so I'm grateful for that. And so, what I learned from this is I had a lot of stuff that I had to do. I had two podcasts for this week. Right now it's Sunday. It's actually Monday at it's actually Monday midnight. It's like Sunday midnight, so now it's like Monday officially, new week. And so I had like a lot of for the last week technically. I had two podcasts like scheduled. I had to reschedule, cancel them, and one of the guests canceled completely. Like he doesn't want to do it anymore, and I was like, fucking god. I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I just lost a guest on my podcast because of this. And it was within my control. It was not within my control. So what I learned from this is you have to be adaptable and you also have to always think ahead. I did not think ahead. When my parents told me the day before that there might be a flood, just pack a bag just in case. I was like, nah. And I was not prepared. This was a lesson. Always prepare for the worst case scenario. Because bro, I was so sad getting back into the house, seeing all my shoes soaked in water, all the cables here soaked in water. I could have put on my computer up, you know, like up or on the second table I have it on right now. So if there came a small flood again, which probably won't, but if there came, my computer wouldn't be soaked in water, you know, which my computer is still working, which I'm grateful for. I had to replace some cables, but the computer is okay, so I'm grateful for that. Anyhow, always prepare for the worst case scenario. That's a lesson that I've learned from this flood. And you know, another thing is, don't get so pissed off if life happens. It's like this saying, life happens. Plans change. I got so frustrated when I had to reschedule and cancel those podcasts that I had for last week. But I was like, man, you know what? Life happens. This is what I've learned right now. There's no point in bickering about it, panicking, being angry that I cannot work properly. It's like life happens and just accept it for what it is, man. So that was a lesson that was pretty hard or difficult to learn. Other than that, I would only say, you know what, accept life for what it is. If life happens, be okay with it, and always be prepared ahead. Those are two lessons I learned from this flood. This was a nice 6 minute video. I hope that this was an update on my life, and I'm back into posting daily videos. I'm back into guys, and tomorrow I'm gonna. Actually, no, no, no. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna spoil it to you guys. I'm not gonna spoil it to you. Anyhow, yeah, some things are coming up. Okay, so definitely stay tuned. Okay, in the next couple of days, and yeah. Other than that, have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time you're watching this, and thank you for watching, guys. See y'all on the next one.